All right. I know I didn't upload last week, but we gonna talk about that. Pinch Nigga, baby. What's good, guys? Iyokuu here. And honestly, bro, my nails grow back pretty fast, minus the thumb. For whatever reason, my thumb isn't. But I got a coke nail, so that's kind of cool, right? But in all seriousness, I warned y'all. Guilty Gear Strive came out, and I have been cracked, and it feels good, right? It feels good for me, at least, that I am cracked on a fighting game that I haven't been cracked on in quite a long time. I mean, after Street Fighter 4, I was super cracked on that game. That's actually what got me into competitive fighting games altogether. And I picked up that game. I learned a lot. It was a wonderful time. I met so many people within the fighting game community, and those were the times that I went to like my first Evo and Texas Showdown, CEO, all that kind of stuff. And of course, I got into more fighting games after that point, from a competitive standpoint, and not just on a casual, I know one or two combos type basis. Street Fighter 4 eventually started to die out, and I got into Guilty Gear Xrd, and that's of course where I met Shinken. I met Shinkensu straight through Street Fighter 2. He's the one that taught me how to be like the best Ibuki in my area. But anyway, point being is that Guilty Gear kind of carried the mantle after Street Fighter, and I fell in love with Guilty Gear. I really got into it around Rev 2 because Biken came out. I was in love with the game altogether. Elfelt's a baddie. Ram was cool as fuck, and then they nerfed her, so I played Elfelt. And then we got Biken towards the end of it, but by that point, the game wasn't seeing as much life. And now we have Guilty Gear Strive, and the game is just doing phenomenal. I mean, it's only been a week or two, but to be honest, we've had, what, 3 betas? This part is funny, right? All the people that said they weren't going to be playing Guilty Gear Strive are playing Guilty Gear. I just want to throw that out there. I don't have any fucking receipts, but I got names. I got names. All right, I follow a guy, Rika. He's an artist, and the entirety of beta 2, he was like, bro, I'm done. I'm not playing Guilty Gear. This game is like not for me. They changed it so much. It's ass, yada yada. And he wasn't the only one, right? Omega said the same thing too during beta 2. He was like, bro, this game is nothing like Fighters. It's a bad game. It's gonna do horribly, yada yada, whatever. And then a couple other people in some other discords that I'm in, they're all like, this game is it's not a good game. It's not gonna do good. And I'm like, yo, y'all just, it's okay to not play fighting games. Like I use the word or the term real fighting games. I don't want anyone to think Dragon Ball Fighters or Smash Bros or whatever don't consist of fighting games and like the logic and mechanics and all that kind of stuff. But those are typically a hyper fighter, or in Smash's case, what do we even consider Smash Bros? Fighters, right? So they still have fighting game in them. They're still fighting games, but they have a lot of mechanics that don't necessarily work compared to traditional fighting games. It's a better word to use. And with traditional fighting games, you have Guilty Gear, and so many people who can't just, man, I can't mash square and get a combo to see how combos work. No, you can't do that. You can't fucking do it, bro. Go and learn the combos, all right? Go in the training room, look at the command list, and see what the fuck is going on. And I'm lazy, but I never realized how many people that I associate with and follow, it's not the fact that they're lazy, it's just that they don't want to do it. Like, Guilty Gear Strive was getting a very bad rep from a lot of people within my community now, right? So I'll say the anime community. A lot of people were giving Guilty Gear Strive a bad rep because, it's not Dragon Ball Fighters, and Fighters made Arxis, it didn't. But that's how the casual side of the community really got to know that Arxis is an amazing fighting game developer. All that being said, now we're here. Those same people that were bitching about Guilty Gear and like how it's a bad game and they're not buying it, it's not gonna be worth it. They bought it, and they're playing it, and they stream it, and they have a good time, or not, because they get their ass beat. I don't know. Some certain people, I said I'm not watching them play the game because I don't want to hear bitching too much. It's just good to see everyone playing Guilty Gear Strive, right? At least, like I said, the people that are playing it and not playing it. But I'm huge. I'm ecstatic about people playing Guilty Gear Strive because I want the game to do good. I want the game to be alive. I want a lot of people, both casual and competitive, to jump into it. And recently, I just got through watching the CLG tournament. Shout out to my boy Shinkensu, who came in 5th. Let's fucking go! All right. Anyway, and he also did he almost did it. He was the top 3 team or top 4 team. It was a team tournament in the Arxis official tournament they ran like maybe that weekend of the game's release. And unfortunately, his partner was Elvin Shadow, and Elvin Shadow is a great Faust player. He's a great Guilty Gear player altogether. But Faust in this game is just not performing and we got to see that during that tournament. I think he ended up switching characters after that tournament. That's my whole explanation of why I haven't been here. Okay, I need you guys to understand that me plus Guilty Gear or just any fighting game that I'm like really gonna grind into is like I'm not here. Okay, so my ability to manage my own time is already fucked. All right, I need y'all to understand that. Most of you who know, you guys have been on this channel, you guys know that, except the Ninjala community. I keep mentioning that, right? Like, and bro, shout outs to the Ninjala community. All right, I don't like the developers for the game state right now. The game had a lot of potential, and I gave it a year, and we crept up to that year mark, and we are nowhere near where I imagined the game to be. As far as the community on YouTube goes, I don't mess with the Discord community too much. I think I actually left it. But as far as the YouTube community goes, you guys are some of the realest community, right, members that I have been involved with in ever. It's cool. It's really cool to see, because you guys came out to every video. Y'all were sharing videos, and just like Ninjala really did they did what YouTubers want, right? The Ninjala community, for me in particular, did what YouTubers want. So whenever I mention something about the community or viewers or how YouTube works, it's typically never about the Ninjala community from my perspective, right? They were literally like the S tier community. Gotcha, Pokemon, easily bottom 5, and I only got like 5 games, so that tells you something, right? But we're finally here towards like my long explanation of where I've been and kind of why things haven't happened. Regardless of my time management, like I said, Ninjala, they got videos every day, right? So, or every other day. It was just consistent. They didn't have to worry about things, so they might not understand that I am a very inconsistent person and have horrible time management for myself. If I get bored of something or I don't know what to do anymore, I stop. I sit back and I think about some things. And in this particular case, during this kind of week or two break, because I pre-recorded a lot of shit and then I edited during that week, so technically I haven't recorded anything until now, which has been about 2 to 3 weeks, give or take some time, right? And so I have started digging into anime and manga heavy. I already did it on my own time, but now I've been doing it a lot for you guys, right? Just for the YouTube channel to be able to share that, because I feel like that's something that I want to share with, you know, with the world, I guess. My enjoyment of anime and manga. If you happen to have watched the manga videos that I put out for about like My Hero 2v2 or Nagatoro, right, the anime that came out, just those string of videos in general, you can really tell my enjoyment, right? Like, I love talking about that stuff. Very close to fighting games. And because of that, I've started to push a new direction on this channel with manga and anime and even video games, right? I'm trying to work in video games too, because I still love my video games, especially RPGs. I wanted to talk to you guys about Intergrade for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that video was okay. It didn't really do too hot, and I kind of stopped because I don't know anymore, right? And then talking about anime and manga, I know for a fact anime and manga grows huge as far as who can see it on YouTube. SEO picks that up pretty good on YouTube, but video games not so much. Guilty Gear is here, and a lot of people, I mean like a lot of people have asked me, why am I not making Guilty Gear content, bro? You talk about this game all the time, playing this game 12, 15, 30 hours a day. Why are you not making content on it? The short answer is, I don't know how. You know, I've got this really cool idea lined up. I just haven't edited it, but I can't give them to y'all because you're not gonna watch it, and it's like a waste of time, you know? And I don't want to keep mixing things on the one channel because I know how YouTube works. YouTube is just, it's not favorable for people that do that. So I thought about a second channel, and I do have a second channel, but I haven't uploaded anything like I was going to, and that was going to be all gameplay, but I can't mix gameplay. I don't know where this fucking desire came from, but I've been wanting to play Minecraft. I ain't never played Minecraft more than 3 hours in my entire life. Mixing Minecraft, anime, Guilty Gear, whatever the fuck else, like the stream highlights. There's so much that I want to do, but I'm afraid of doing it. If I do it, it either works or it doesn't. And then you stop doing it because it doesn't work, or you force it to work by keep doing it, but you know, it'll take forever, and I don't have forever. And some things I just have to give up on, right? Maybe I'm not supposed to upload Guilty Gear to the channel. Maybe I'm only supposed to stream it. Then like, where does all that stuff go, you know? So thoughts, and that's where I've been, is thinking and not getting answers, because I can talk to myself, but if I can't answer my own question, I don't ever get an answer. And if I ask the question online, maybe through like Twitter or maybe some experienced friends or whatever, they're not in the same bubble as me as far as doing what I'm trying to do, so they don't have an answer either. Fuck. Regardless, as of right now, I think the focus on Iyokuu will just be personality, okay? So if I want to talk about something, talk about it, make a video on it. Typically speaking, it's going to be anime/manga related, and videos might be once or twice a week, give or take whatever I'm talking about and my enthusiasm to edit that video. Yeah, can't say my usual outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. See you later. Now, how do I stop the record button so I can watch my hentai?